Some haircuts age like fine wine. Others, like a forgotten banana in the backseat of a hot car. Now, if you're over 60, you already know a thing or two about style and about ignoring trends that never made sense in the first place. You've survived low-rise jeans, pencil-thin eyebrows, and shoulder pads so wide you couldn't fit through a doorframe. But hair? Hair is a different story. It follows us through every chapter. And while some styles grow with us, others quietly betray us over time. They lose shape, lose relevance, and worst of all, stop reflecting who we really are today. That's what we're diving into today. 5 haircuts that no longer flatter women over 60. Styles that were once your signature, but now, they're just signing you up for the wrong message. This isn't about looking younger. This is about looking right. Looking like the woman who no longer tolerates drama, bad lighting, or weak coffee. We're going to talk about which styles are working against you and give you fresh, flattering alternatives that lift, soften, and update your whole look without sacrificing comfort or confidence. So whether you're heading to brunch, a board meeting, or just your favorite armchair with a mystery novel and a cup of tea, stay with us. Hit that subscribe button too, because you've got wisdom in your mind, power in your voice, and your hair deserves to keep up. Haircut 1, the helmet hairdo. Ah, the helmet hair. You know the one. That stiff, heavily sprayed bob that doesn't move, even in a wind tunnel. It's the kind of hairstyle that looks like it was shaped by a dessert mold and then sealed with industrial-strength hairspray. And at one point, it was everywhere. Back in the day, this style meant you were polished, respectable, and not to be messed with. You could enter a room, and your hair would arrive 5 seconds before the rest of you. It was the go-to for business luncheons, Sunday service, and anyone who owned more than 3 blazers. But here's the problem. Helmet hair doesn't just hold shape, it holds decades. It flattens your personality and adds visual weight and age by hiding your natural texture and soft contours. Instead of lifting your face, it locks everything down. You end up looking set, and not in a good way. Also, let's be honest. Any style that can survive a hurricane probably isn't letting your natural beauty shine through. If your hair crunches when you hug someone, it may be time to let it go. So, what's the alternative? Enter the soft, layered bob. It's fresh, face-framing, and actually moves when you move. The modern bob isn't stiff, it's sculpted. Think light layers, a little texture, maybe even a playful side sweep or soft curtain bang. This kind of cut flatters the jawline, gives life to thinning hair, and makes you look polished without looking frozen in time. Even better, it gives you options. You can tuck it behind the ear, let it fall naturally, or add a little wave for bounce, no concrete required. Plus, your hairdresser will thank you, because styling this cut doesn't require a fire extinguisher full of hairspray and 3 hours of teasing. It's elegant, age-appropriate, and so much more you. Final note. Let go of the idea that your hair has to stay perfectly in place all day. Hair that moves a little makes you look more alive, too. And that's the goal. Movement, softness, and style that says, I'm not old, I'm seasoned, I'm sharp, and I'm not afraid of a breeze. Haircut 2, the long, lifeless length. Now, let's talk about the long hair that just hangs. No shape, no movement, no personality, just a thin, tired curtain of hair that quietly whispers, I gave up 5 birthdays ago. There was a time when long hair meant youth, glamour, romance. You might have kept it long for years, decades even, because it was your signature. And for a while, it worked. It framed your face, added softness, and reminded people of your effortlessly chic phase in the 70s, or let's be honest, your Farrah Fawcett era. But here's the hard truth. What once looked flowing and full can now fall flat, especially as hair naturally thins with age. Long hair with no shape tends to drag the face downward. Instead of lifting your features, it emphasizes jowls, flattens your cheeks, and can make your entire look feel heavy, sleepy, and, dare we say, draped in defeat. And let's not forget the dreaded back view. If your hair is long, wispy, and barely grazing the ends of your shoulder blades like it's lost and looking for a map, it's time. This is the Goldilocks length, not too short, not too long. It hits just around the collarbone with gentle layers and movement that bring your face upward instead of dragging it down. It's modern, clean, and still gives you the freedom to pull it back, pin it up, or let it loose with elegance. Add in some soft shaping around the face or long bangs and you've got instant freshness. This cut says, yes, I still have great hair. And no, I don't need to prove it with Rapunzel length split ends. And best of all, it reduces that constant battle with thinning ends and limp volume. You'll walk into a room looking awake, refreshed, and ready to command the conversation, not disappear behind a wall of dated hair. Real talk. Long hair is not the enemy, but long, shapeless hair that's holding on out of habit, that's a silent saboteur. Your hair should lift your features, reflect your energy, and actually do something other than sit there looking tired. Because, let's face it, you've evolved. You speak your mind, you wear what you like, and you've finally stopped pretending to enjoy group chats. So why should your hair still be trying to just blend in? Haircut 3. The bowl cut. Ah yes, the bowl cut. The haircut that launched 1,000 unfortunate school photos and somehow found its way into adulthood. The bowl cut, whether it's blunt all the way around or shaped like you actually placed Tupperware on your head, is the haircut that says, I don't trust hair movement and I fear change. Harsh? Maybe. But accurate? Absolutely. To be fair, this cut did have its moment. In the minimalist 60s and edgy 90s, it was seen as futuristic and fashion-forward. And some people can still pull it off with perfect bone structure, a stylist who charges more than your electricity bill, and a weekly photo shoot scheduled. But for most women over 60, it's a harsh, unflattering silhouette. The bluntness of the cut makes the face appear wider and the jawline more square, especially if your features have softened with age. Add in the tendency for this cut to hug the head too closely, and you're suddenly looking more like a mushroom cap than a modern icon. And let's not forget the psychological toll. This cut is the first cousin of I asked for something simple, and the full sibling of just trim it evenly all around. It rarely turns out as sleek as you imagine, and more often than not, you leave the salon wondering if you've just been inducted into a cult. The modern alternative? The textured Pixie or soft-cropped cut. Instead of a blunt circle around your head, go for a Pixie with light layering, soft edges, and gentle volume at the crown. This kind of crop lifts the face, draws attention to your eyes and cheekbones, and gives a youthful energy without trying to pretend you're 25. It's chic, modern, and low maintenance, but not low style. You can keep it neat or tousled, feminine or edgy. And unlike the bowl cut, this one won't make people wonder if you lost a bet. Haircut 4. The over-teased crown. We need to have a gentle word about the over-teased crown. That towering puff of volume perched on the top of the head like it's still auditioning for a 1987 shampoo commercial. There was a time when this style screamed glamour. It was the era of hairspray, big earrings, big personalities, and even bigger hair. If your bangs could touch the ceiling of a Cadillac, you were winning. Height equaled drama, and drama meant fashion. Or so we told ourselves. But here's the truth. Gravity has changed, and so have we. The over-teased crown now tends to create an awkward imbalance. Instead of lifting the face, it visually pulls it down by exaggerating the difference between the poofy top and the flattened sides. The result? A look that's more retro sitcom than radiant sophistication. And let's not pretend it's easy to manage. The teasing, the backcombing, the hairspray strong enough to repel birds. It's all a full-time job that leads to breakage and split ends anyway. All that work for a style that's saying, I still own VHS tapes. So, what should you try instead? The volumized layered cut. If you're craving lift and fullness, great. Just shift the volume strategically. Ask your stylist for gentle crown layers that create natural height without building a beehive. Light, airy volume combined with framing around the face gives you the bounce you want. Without looking like you're hiding car keys under your bangs, you can still feel glamorous, still feel done, just not overdone. And best of all, no teasing comb required, Because in this chapter of life, your hair should say, effortlessly stylish, not still fighting the 80s. Haircut number 5, the ultra-precise geometric cut. Let's talk about those sharply angled, hyper-precise geometric cuts, the ones that look like someone measured every strand with a laser level. These styles are all about clean lines, harsh angles, and mathematical precision. Think triangle-shaped bobs, razor-straight fringe, or hair so bluntly chopped it could double as modern art. Now, don't get us wrong. Geometry belongs in architecture, fashion, and maybe a few eyeliner tricks. But on a woman over 60, a haircut that's too stiff, too structured, and too severe can do more harm than good. The older we get, the more softness tends to flatter us. Angular cuts, by contrast, can highlight every line, drag the face downward, and strip away warmth from your overall look. Suddenly, you're not the elegant woman who turns heads. You're the one people are afraid to ask for directions. So what's the smarter move? The soft-angled bob or blended shag, instead of rigid geometry, go for movement and subtle shape. A soft-angled bob, just a little longer in front, layered gently, creates lift without looking forced. Or opt for a modern shag, layered, blended, and face framing in a way that highlights your natural beauty, not your stylist's geometry set. It's still edgy, but in a way that whispers sophistication, not don't touch the curtains. So there you have it. 5 haircuts that may have served you well once, but just aren't serving you now. And that's okay. Life changes, faces change, and yes, hair should too. The truth is, your haircut is one of the fastest ways to update your entire look. You don't need Botox, a facelift, or a closet overhaul. Sometimes all it takes is a good cut that flatters your features now, not 10 years ago. So what should you keep in mind going forward? Movement is your friend. Hair that moves, lifts, and flows brings energy to your face. Softness over sharpness. Gentle layers and relaxed shapes are often more flattering than rigid, severe ones. Trust your instincts, but also trust your stylist. If they suggest something new, don't panic. They might be right. And finally, comfort doesn't have to mean outdated. You can absolutely have a haircut that's both easy to manage and modern. If you've been feeling stuck with your hair, like it's the same old style from the same old chair, maybe this is your sign to try something new. Not to look younger, but to look like the you that's thriving now. If this video gave you a few ideas or made you laugh, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share it with a friend who's overdue for a style refresh. Or with your stylist if you want to break the ice gently. Because aging is inevitable, but looking outdated, that's totally optional. That's